Hello you guys, what's up? I am GoJavan1990 and welcome back for another new video for today once again. Well, today is the February 26th, 2026. As we all know, as you saw from the title, this is where I'm going to make for Goodbye Godzilla Defense Force game. It's a mobile game where it's a base strategy game where you have to set up your base operation to have your military forces to fight on the monsters. And this game is kind of like a good old had a paid tribute to the old-fashioned Nintendo Entertainment System game, the worst game ever made, Godzilla 2: War of the Monsters. But more than that, but in that game, you're not only playing as a military in the game, you can also deploy a monster to help you to fight out a monster. To fight monsters, you need to get the other monster to help you. Here in a Defense Force, it's a similar way. Not only you have to use the monster's power, you can also deploy the monster's base guard to help you to fight out a monster. I remember when I first played this game when it first came out back in the year 2019 on May 22nd for a worldwide Android release. I really enjoyed this game, but it started when you're in on Tokyo to all the way to the moon level. There's also Kaiju dungeon level where you have to play 3 different eras based on the movies start from Emperor Horrible Deep, GNK, and Godzilla vs. Gigan. For today, February 26th, where the game was going to be ended service because for some fans who thought that the game was just too boring to them. But I liked this game when it first came out until 2025 last year. I stopped playing because the game was later got too bored to me. And so I lost interest to continue to play the game. I'm never going to beat the entire level of the moon level. Never. Because the levels are really, really tough. Especially keep using it about time traveling over and over. It's just too much for me. But I'm not a big fan about changing time because it might confusing. Yeah, that's one thing about time traveling. If you thought you're changing the future, you might end up changing the things that you don't know about it that are from the original timeline then everything you know doesn't exist anymore. It just became a new era. But that is very important to never, ever mess the timeline. If you watch CW's The Flash, it tell you about how dangerous about time traveling. Never do that. You just got to be careful what you're doing. But the game for Godzilla Defense Force game, it's just totally different. So, it was been fun when I first started playing until 2025 where I stopped playing in this game. But it's really an honor to play this game, and it features some other monsters that appears in the game. Well, the other monster did not make it a final cut in the game, like Varan, the Giant Condor, and many other monsters did not make it a final cut in the game. It went to the unused. It's kind of feels shame that Varan never got a chance to appear in the game since Godzilla Unleashed on Nintendo Wii game and many more. Varan really deserved need a comeback as well. But I hopefully one day we need a better Godzilla video games for the fans to play. You know, have a good faction game like a Pipeworks game did. I really hopefully they could do this again, like something spirit of it, and so the fans can have no problem with no getting trouble while you have a hard time while you're playing the game. The one thing that my uncle said, quitting is never an option, unless you just have to keep trying until you finally got it. Especially one game that got me a nightmare for years until I finally beat it. It was tough, but the games, they cannot be easy. They're really hard to play. But also to play any monsters card out into the game is kind of like you playing Uno. The best game I ever played that I really love. And I hopefully soon that Toho that will make it a newest Godzilla game will be really perfectly with no trouble in it at all and nothing to make them too bored. So, to Godzilla Defense Force game, it's been a pleasure to play with you since the beginning to my last time I ever play it. Thank you so much for have some fans to play with it until the beginning to the end. So yeah, goodbye Godzilla Defense Force game, but we will always be remembered for all the good memories that we had since the beginning to the final time. So yeah, goodbye Godzilla Defense Force, and thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. So yeah, thanks for watching you guys, and I will always stay with you fans and GoJaFan1990 will always be here for more and do more videos in the future. So yeah, so stay with you fans, as always. Bye!